Hey, you guys. Jeez, it's been so long. Can you guys imagine it's July 1st already? Like, where did the time go? Tax season has gone on forever, guys. Like, it just ended like 2 weeks ago, especially for those of us who had clients in Houston, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and all that. It's not even over. I did extensions, but all on the side. That's why I've been MIA. That does not mean I'm not here. Thanks to everyone who's been texting me, inboxing me like, Lily, where are you? We need you. And I was cracking up. I was like, oh, guys, it's not easy. So as I was thinking about just the next half of the year, right? Starting today, July 1st, and for the rest of the year. And just the thing that just kept resonating with me was growth. Right? Growth. And just thinking of it from the perspective of, my company and just, the things we've been through. And I'm sure there's somebody who can relate with a lot of the things I'm going to be talking about today. So growth is great, right? I think growth is so good for every company, for, anybody, whatever thing you're doing, whether you're building a group on social media, you're an influencer, or, it doesn't matter what you do. Growth is really good. Growth a lot of times is a result of hard work, commitment, dedication, consistency, and sometimes really great service or great products. So growth helps a company or a person realize that what they've been doing is not only needed, but people want more of it. So I think if there's anybody who's listening to this who's experienced a significant amount of growth, even during COVID times, I want you to really give yourself a pat on the back. It means you're on the right track. Now, not all growth is good, because there's growth sometimes that has come from false marketing. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us have seen those situations where people will market that they provide this, this, and this. And then when you finally pay for the product or the service, you get nothing, right? And that kind of growth is not good because it's not sustainable. It's a short-term growth. I don't even call it growth. I just call it a bubble that would explode eventually. But the kind of growth I'm talking about is for the business people or the individuals that have been doing things consistently, right? And they're experiencing this growth that has been coming back to back with either more following or just more people demanding their services or their goods. And the thing with growth is, there is a price that you have to pay for it. And I don't care how prepared you are, growth will always show you that you're not ready, and I'm talking, I'm guilty of this because I've always believed that, the arc is taking over the US and the world. I strongly believe it. But, and we've grown for the last 3 years and we're going city by city. But, the last 6 months we've experienced an exponential growth. And I just realized that no matter how prepared you are, you really are not ready. And there are a lot of people that do not get the kind of service that I've always wished that we provide. Because, again, we're growing thin, right? But then, it was good to see that we're doing something right. It was good to see that those who have experienced our services are pretty happy and they're sending their friends back to us. And so it's a wake-up call. And so I want to talk to someone who has been experiencing growth, because when growth comes, there's a heavy demand or pull on you, either on your time, away from the things you love or cherish, just, making you realize that there are things that you have to do differently because your previous processes or the processes and procedures you had in place cannot sustain where you're going to. So as we all prepare for this second part of the year, and even if you have not experienced the growth, but you believe in it, you always want to do some things to put you ahead of the game. Now, did I say you can never be ready? Absolutely, 100% ready. But you can do some of the things that put you in a position where when the growth comes,